Hello, everybody. Just double checking everything. Here at Nurburgring, that seventh place on the grid. That might be slightly flattering because there are a couple of guys behind me who, in my opinion, kind of underperformed in qualifying. Like Dan French, like Mark Sobalski. So here we go. I was actually up in fifth place right at the end of qualifying, and then Jeremy Reeder and Zach Martin pit me right at the end.
The track temp is 32 Celsius. Okay, Michael, nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
Got the widget on today after a couple of races without it. People like the widget. It's a little bit more comfortable, telling you what to do. There's just a couple of tracks where it's a little too sensitive, shall we say. And this is not one of them. So we're back after using free start at Zandvoort and at Spa. Back-to-back fifth places for me in this series.
Go.
Left side.
Go.
Still there.
Now Anthony Willis, who's
Hold
up
your
in
line.
fourth place, he's a new guy to us. I think he's new to
You're
the
in the middle.
on-board series.
Still there. Clear right. You're in the middle. Clear left.
Sorry.
You're in the middle. Three
Sorry,
wide.
Anthony,
Clear
kinda
left.
pushed
Three
up
wide.
into
You're
you.
in the middle. Clear left.
Ugh.
Clear all round.
Car 69. Yeah, I think I got pushed up into you, and that happened. Car 69, I don't know who that is. I think it's Sobalski. Came up the inside and pushed me up into the traffic. Looks like he fell to. I can't see car 69, so I assume he fell to the back. So I think he took himself out, but he took some people with him. We'll just put it that way. So I think it was him. Now, mind you, in fairness to him, maybe he got pushed into me. So maybe it's somebody else entirely. Come on, Oscar. We're down Paul Riccobene today, by the way, on the Audi team. And I've got Discord muted, I'm pretty sure, but Anthony Willis and Jeremy Reeder are having a really fun time.
Sixth place.
The Discord. Oh. We've lost the 100-meter board. That is normally where a lot of people break, including myself. Like, I break in the vicinity of it. There's a I'm hearing the running play-by-play on. Tom was doing something silly back there. Now, do I let French through, knowing that I'm really not racing him in the championship? Or do I rear gun for Oscar? And also the fact that I'm pretty far ahead of everyone I am racing in the championship, except for Oscar. And therefore we stay out here. Because I don't think I can touch the top three today. I doubt I can. Well, okay, Martin's a bit of a weird one because Zach Martin, I was on board with him. I was on board with him during practice, I think. Trying to, steal what I can. The Honda has some similarities to the Audi. It was the best I had. I didn't have another Audi to steal from because Oscar wasn't here yet. And of course, Paul's missing. He looks shaky. So, well, I don't think I compete with him on pace. I do think I can
P6.
compete with him.
All right, Michael.
on
The next car is tan.
not killing myself. Someone probably is going to mess up that first turn at some point, I think. Pace-wise, I did a low 57, actually, in qualifying, which was pace that I didn't know I had before. We will not, in all likelihood, see that. One, because we're not on qualifying fuel, and two, because we're not... I think that was a lap that was truly... Oh, come on, Oscar. If Oscar's going to keep doing this, we're going to have to make an overtake on him. I'm kind of like... I was kind of inclined to be his rear gunner.
Gap to tan ahead is now 0.40.
At least for a bit. But if he's going to make this many mistakes, I don't really think that that's possible. We're also looking at a mid-57 here on the lap time, which is pretty good.
Don't be intimidated. Keep him behind you.
I'm not intimidated by French. I've fought French before. And if he watches this, I mean absolutely no offense by saying this. He's not the craftiest or sneakiest driver. He is very fast. And fun. But he's not a guy that I think will pull out anything super creative.
The leader has just done a 155.76.
I've never seen him do something and been like, wow, what an overtake.
B6.
That's a little deeper than I want to go. Not too bad. Ended up with 57.6 last time around, which was not as fast as I wanted. Not what we were on pace for. We were looking at like a 57.4 at one point. But I did make a mistake, and I also had to queue up behind Oscar when he made a mistake. So it's in us. Let's make it happen. First sector, by the way, is my weakest point. Second sector and third sector are not per se strengths, but they are better. I was in practice anyways, I was probably the slowest car that had like in the first sector that had a good amount of laps, although Oscar was also pretty slow, so I think it's probably something to do with the car, a little bit. Because as far as I know, I don't think Oscar's running the same setup as me. He didn't like my setup, which is fine. But I suggest he's running something.
The leader has just done a 155.28.
Weaknesses. Careful not to hit that post. That is embarrassing. I've done that. I've hit the pit lane entrance there. It's embarrassing.
B6.
57.4 from Oscar. All right, so he's got the giddy up. It is McDonald's blue, black, and white Audi. I don't have McDonald's sponsorship this time. It's full golf. I noticed that the Sprint livery does not have the McDonald's, so we're in that because don't need endurance lighting for this race, and I don't want McDonald's in my car. I don't have anything against McDonald's. I just think it's a silly. I think it's a silly race car sponsor. I think any fast food restaurant would be silly. I think food in general is silly. Like Sonny's BBQ sponsors an IndyCar, or did. I don't know if they still do.
Okay, Michael, don't let this guy distract you.
I thought that was silly.
Your front brakes are pretty hot now.
Generally for like sponsors being like tech companies on my cars. This one's Golf, and it's got Rofco on the side. Mostly for our good boy Byron. Might switch to the Bio Circle WRT car at some point, just for like a round or two, just for a little variety. This car is a little squirrely. Regardless of what I did to try to fix it. French is thinking about it into turn 1. I don't honestly think I'm going to defend hard if he goes for turn 1. I'm going to kind of rely on him to outbrake himself and let me come back at him. That's what I'm thinking. If he comes at me elsewhere, I may go defensive. Doing my best to
the gap to Tan ahead is now 1.4.
Bodyguard for Oscar here, because I don't feel like I'm fast enough. I'm fast enough to like order him out of the way. Also, we have no line of communication. He does not use the Discord.
Okay, Michael, we'll need to pit for refueling 25 minutes into the race.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm a little low on fuel projections, but we can just take a little bit more at the pit stop than the 25 liters I have it set up for, if it's a problem. Took about 15 for the first quarter of the race. So 15, that'd be 60, so we're still in good shape. I don't like that Javier and Byron are having a Discord conversation. Anytime you see my eyeballs go over to the top left-hand corner of the screen, it's Discord yelling at me to be like, "You have a prep message." Like, I don't care. It's not a conversation I'm really even
That's
part
good
of.
Consistency. Keep it up.
They're just shitting on the UFC's booking of Diaz, Kamzat, and O'Malley Jan. And I don't really have anything to add to that. I think they're both silly fights. And kind of one-sided. Tires are pretty good. As far as Oscar goes, the question is, do I overcut him or do I undercut him?
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Mako Willis right now. He's never shown this much speed.
Just ignore him, he'll go away. They're faster than us into turn 6.
I think he recently Got Coach Dave Academy setups. I think he's put some good time in. He's had a great attitude about it, and I wish him nothing but the best. I just, at the same time, don't honestly know what to make of him. Qualified up 4th today. French pit? I think French pit.
The car behind is pitting.
Well, there's no rush from the car. Still doing good laps. There is no pit window. The pit stop requirements are on your lower left-hand area. Should be right next to your MFD.
The gap to Tan in front is now 1.3 seconds.
The lack of pit window, and to be honest, I always am a little bit puzzled on our lack of pit window. Is my throttle doing it again? So the V3 pedals lately have been really not willing to give me that little last bit of throttle. It comes and you do quick calibration on the pedals and it works again, but like mid-race, I can't exactly fix that. I'm having to throw a lot of foot into that into that throttle.
All right, Michael. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I don't know if I'm going to overcut or undercut Oscar. I think I'm going to let him make the call. I think I'm not going to pit. I'm essentially just not going to pit when he pits. I think he is a little bit faster, but he's been mistake prone. His lap times have been a little bit more all over the place than mine have.
Willis behind is pitting now.
Willis is pitting. So he's undercutting me, along with Daniel French. The front cars are all still out. But I'm not making mistakes. I'm making mistakes. You saw some in the arena section there, but my mistakes are smaller than Connor's. Connor has been a number of times off the track without really any pressure, which is not a great sign. And I am fighting for a silver trophy. It is partially even with him that I'm fighting with. So he's my teammate, but I do want to pass him, and the throttle is not going to make this easy. You can see it right now, actually, where it's not full throttle. It's not costing me like a ridiculous amount. But
Gap to Tan ahead is increasing. It's now 2.5.
Like, it probably cost me a fair bit on the run down to the Dunlop hair pit. He is 69 cars.
6th place.
He's the one that we hit early, or he hit me, in my opinion. We'll check the replay, as always. Maybe that'll change my mind. I've always said this, sometimes things look different on replay than they do. But I think he was nosing into a 3 wide when we're under specific lane limitations for this race, which I think will net him a penalty. But we'll see. That's not up to me, that's up to Jack. If you're in the ESR community, you know Jack is Silento Jack. If you're in the MMA community, you know him as the Jackhammer.
The gap to Tan ahead is now 2.9.
Frustrating that it will not quite give me full throttle on command. Tan's in. That loss of control had nothing to do with the tires, that was just simply me fucking up.
P5.
Really no damage to this. Probably go without the damage. Probably pit this lap.
That's 20 minutes to go.
We are halfway through.
Okay, Michael, that's half distance. Should be about 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Adjust the rear left tire, as we have a big squirrel. Big squirrely day moment. Letter Kitty shout out. And this is going to be a terrible lap. And used up 30, call it 35 liters, so we're looking at 70.
The guy behind's catching. The gap's now 10 seconds. Quicker than you, entering turn 7.
I'm gonna add an extra 3 liters to what I've got on the budget. He's not pitting yet, so not really a problem. We're well ahead of him. Supposedly I have a really high pick. Don't know why I'd have a really high pick. Shouldn't.
The car ahead is Martin.
We haven't even
Alexander
we haven't seen any
ahead is pitting.
hallmarks of it. Let's get this pit stop done.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
That
On
might have
exit,
been
we
a
should be
speed
in
in the
position
pits.
8, immediately behind P9.
Take that down one. No damage repair.
The car behind's pitting now.
Go 30 liters. I think I have a penalty though. I think I have a penalty. I didn't quite pick that line out properly. I think I was at like 52, 53 when I crossed the line. We'll find out. Find out. Not enough time for me to fix the pedal. I would need more time. Do I have a penalty? Do I have a penalty? Because if I do have a penalty, this changes a lot. This goes from a possible top 10 to probably somewhere near the back.
Car approaching, watch your mirrors, blue flag.
Phew. No penalty. Alright, I come out pretty close to tan. Surprising!
Okay, Michael,
Surprising.
the next car is Tan.
That last lap there, I thought would lose me out to tan by a lot and put me up behind French, for sure. Waz is up to 4th. He is not pitted, so I am in the same spot. Phew, phew. That was close. I must have been at like just 50 on that pit stop. Just 50. These tires are not going to feel great for about a lap or two. I have 11 laps of fuel left. Should be enough.
Don't be pressured. Keep your exit speeds up.
Like a Nissan logo, which we have 2 of, but the other one is the AM car of Willis, who is one of the early pit stoppers. God damn this throttle. I'm gonna have to set the max in the Fanatec software to like just not very much pressure, I think, is the only solution I've got on the table here.
B7.
It does keep doing this. And I know it's not just me, because I know there's at least 2 people.
Okay, Michael, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
French is really going late on the brakes. I wonder if he just doesn't have a good... he's done that a couple times. I don't know if that's just him...
The leader is pitting now.
...having a naturally later braking point, which I doubt, given his speed.
We think P5 has binned it in turn 5. There's a white flag.
Or tier P5 would be just Tom. We're not really doing anything with here. He's just kind of a variable that should work itself out. Give me full throttle, thank you. There. Just won't give me that last little bit of throttle. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't doing that at the start of the race. It started doing that later on. Which is, you know, frustrating. Also went down too low there. Should be done in 3rd gear, at least in this car. That is the Bentley of Waz. We are catching up to ahead of Tan. He is also buddies with Dan French, so might he run some interference? I don't know. I don't think he's fast enough, really, honestly, but 58s. I want back in my 57. Let's break a little early here. I've also noticed that French tends to dive later when I dive later, so it makes me think he's falling into the classic trap of using me as a brake marker. The car ahead, I should say.
The gap to Tan ahead is increasing. It's now 4.1 seconds.
Flag in sector 1. Car 15. Not sure who that is off the top of my head. I think it's Connor Costantine in the Lexus Pass car. The better of the two. The one that's competing for silver honors, not the one that's probably easy to get in. The amateur offering because he is way ahead and has won 3 races out of 3. Spa and Zandvoort by default because he's the only one here. We have 3 today. We have Tom Laws and Anthony Willis to give chase today. But it's also the first race this season they've shown up to because Willis just signed up and Laws has not been attending. We are finally blessed with the Bentley. To the point where I'm starting to question if Tom knows he needs to pit.
Right side. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Okay, Michael.
On your right.
Side and go
Hold your
right
line.
outside of him.
Clear right.
And we will do that. And hopefully Tom pits, because this is kind of blue flag without being a blue flag, if you know what I mean. Right here. If he stays out, he's going to take a 90 or 2-minute penalty. I think this track would probably be 90.
Defend hard. Make them work for it. Your front brakes are getting pretty hot.
They are not. Crew chief always is worried about the brakes in this game, and it's never actually true. To 4th gear there, but...
Okay, Michael, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
He's really not particularly quick through the Schumacher S, I will say that. Which should be a better turn for the Ferrari than for me, but not the case for Danny French. Second here. I don't think he knows he has to pit. Okay.
On your left. Clear left.
Successfully do to him what French tried to do to me. Didn't fight too hard, I'll say that much. I don't know what he's doing. I'm honestly kind of on the thought that he... Well, two theories. One, he doesn't know he has to pit. 2, he did qualify like back of the pack Minardi style. If anyone's like a fan of...
Okay, Michael, you're reeling 10 in. The gap is 5.8.
I don't think I am actually reeling 10 in. Especially not with this throttle problem I have. I feel like I am Charles Leclerc from the last F1 race, the Red Bull Ring. I mean, he had the opposite problem. He was getting throttle input when he wasn't trying. But
P6.
The throttle is fucking up.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 30 Celsius.
Worry about the track temp. decreasing. It was if it increased that I was going to have problems. There was no logical reason for that to happen. Here we go. It's really just me and French. Willis has caught up to just being 2 seconds behind us. Wow.
The gap behind is now 0.5.
Get in on this action. See him in the rear view.
Use all the track, force him to find the gap.
I thought for sure we'd see Aaron Alexander on the podium today here. That said, the M4 super strong around here. But instead, it looks like it's going to be a banner day for the Japanese brands. 2 Hondas and Nissan. Not so much for the third Japanese brand, the Lexuses, but about it. That would be such a dangerous move. But Willis is coming. I am mired in the 58s.
10 minutes of fuel remaining. The gap to Tan ahead is increasing. It's now 5.8. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left.
So 4.5 minutes, so 3 laps. Fuel is good. He's there. Full throttle, you shitbag.
You've just done a 157.90.
Although Willis is still is routinely doing 57s and has gotten past French. Now you could argue that's a better spot for me. Willis is not in any way a championship rival in the way that French is, however small. But he also seems like he's got it going, and I was comfortable knowing where French would go for it. I'm not as comfortable.
The gap to Tan ahead is now 5.0.
I am catching Tan, by the way, but I don't think that's relevant. I think that's just him bringing the car home.
The gap to Willis behind is now 0.8. The leader's just done a 155.04. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
I hope the director caught the that inside lunge that French had. That was, I thought, really good. It was a highlight of my race, anyways. Holding on around the outside like that. And this should be the last lap.
Incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Alexander, 6th place.
Alexander off. Could a top 5 actually be on offer? We're still catching him, but not at a rate that suggests that he's still off the track. First sector on the bright side is where Willis is ridiculously quick. He's very quick through sector 1. So happy I didn't get that penalty. Oh, there will be one lap after this. Alright. Good thing I added some extra fuel. It would have been very nip and tug. I wonder if anyone will get caught out.
Alright, Michael. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
You wonder about Tan, who is lost a second and a half to me this lap. Willis just went no in the Discord. I don't know what's up. Is he gonna run out of gas? No. He's still there. Does not
one more lap to go.
Provided information. Oscar is going very slow. You could say he's got a cushion to me and he's not racing anyone in front of him. Maybe he's just being super safe. But maybe gas is a question mark. Still don't know what Willis's no was about. I am confused. Dan French has dropped further back. Behind Reader now. That throttle. Okay. Checkered flag out. Good job through that Schumacher S. Steiner for the last time. NGK chicane, Coca-Cola curve left. Right front is a little bit out of the zone.
And there's an incident in
finish
turn
of the
1.
season, but damn, that was fun. I'd had 2 fifths and a DNF before
E6,
this.
that's the finish. Well done.
Hey, 99 safety rating. Can't have it. Also, I had an acting up throttle that whole time you were chasing me.
Right side, clear right.
There's an incident in turn 2. It looks like Tan.
Well, report it over to Jack. He'll take a look. I'm going to look at the lap 1 before I log off. But, restart. So I'm curious. So, I mean, I faded over, which was bad.
Incident
It
in
was
turn
trying
4.
to be
We
like,
think it
don't
might
hit
be
me, don't hit
Willis.
me, don't hit me, and then they hit me.
There's an incident in turn 2. We think it might be Tan.
You were when you were chasing me down, anyways. Alright, well, I hope everyone enjoyed that race at Nurburgring. I know I did. That was nail biting. Couldn't quite get Oscar today. I'm gonna have to find out what was up with him at the end, because he was losing a lot of ground to me. He lost 3 seconds over the last 2 laps, which is not normal. Willis had a great debut and a win in the, but I did get second in the Silver Cup behind Tan. You could argue I could have chased Tan harder and tried to make a thing happen, but I didn't really want to risk both the Audis in a collision, so I relegated myself to...
Watch your speed.
I might have to talk to him about something. We'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at lap 1 and then we'll log it off. Anthony and Jeremy seem to think that it's an interesting one. So we'll find out. Why is that out there? So I'm pretty sure I'm the guy up here. There we go. Because I was the second one into the server. Alright. I'm going to throw in the Discord real quick. Ba 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 ba. For review. I'm a little bit worried that I could end up getting a penalty for that turn 1. You never know. So let's have a look. Let us have a look at the replay. So if we go to gallery and we look at our most recent replays, I'm going to save that one and we go play it. Let's see what happened, because I am thinking the problem is going to be Sobolski or whoever hit him into me. He's quite a ways back. Good race, Willis. You wouldn't have gotten close if my throttle was working. Alright. We are lap 1. I should bring the HUD up. Not that I have a hard time identifying these cars, because let's be honest, it's a small grid, and I think everyone's is pretty distinct, actually. I'm a little bit farther back than I should be. I was going a little bit slow when we hit the... So Oscar's going down the inside. What happens here? He dove for the 3 wide there. I kind of come over onto him. But I think if you look at my onboard, we're not going to see any... Yeah, I'm not moving over until he hits me. And it would be... I think it's Sobolski. Yeah, he's the colorful one. He's going into me. I take no responsibility for that. It's forcing a 3 wide, in my opinion. But we will see Where are the steward lines? Let's see. What is this? Did anything hit Sapolsky? Or is it really just him? It's just him. Unfortunately, Reader gets picked up along with Willis. That's my take. Feel free to post if you feel differently, and we'll see what the steward comes out with.